But yes, we'll bring you more as we get it.
In other news, the Co-op Arena in Manchester, it's supposed to be the largest new music arena in the country. Well, it's had to postpone several events now, a further one today, after a series of technical issues in the troubled arena.
Now, apparently this arena has cost something like £365 million, and some of these cancellations have really upset people because they've been right at the last minute, including for concerts with the singer Olivia Rodrigo. That was after technical and safety issues were identified. What's going on?
Well, joining us to tell us exactly what's going on of the latest surrounding this troubled arena is the sports journalist Chris Skudder. Chris, this was supposed to open quite a while ago with Peter Kay. That was cancelled. This is supposed to be the largest arena in the country, but they simply can't get it off the ground.
Yeah, safety stuff. I mean, it's predictable, really. But yeah, I mean, you feel sorry for all the fans that have been trying to get in. The guy, I won't try and pronounce the name. The guy with the hoodie. They were queuing outside on Wednesday, I think, and told to go home, which is appalling, really. How can that happen? People spending all that money to get there. Yeah, loads of big gigs coming up. I mean, they've got some legends like the Eagles coming up. They've got Eric Clapton, Billie Eilish. Should have been opened already, and there is a big sporting event coming up as well, but it's not till the end of July. That's UFC, MMA, mixed martial arts, big ultimate fighting championship event, which they will hope goes ahead. But it's a shambles, you're right.
Chris, we're looking at it here, and might I just take this opportunity to say what an ugly building it is? Perhaps.
Do you know what?
Perhaps, given that they're not opening it yet, they could sort of have a bit of a revamp of the design. My goodness me, if I was the Co-op, I wouldn't want my brand stuck on this ugly black box.
Yeah, well, the City Football Group as well. You can see the picture there in the background is the Etihad Football Stadium. This is part of the Manchester City Football campus, so City only partially involved. There's a group called the Oakview Group who are responsible for getting events on. I think they are the ones who have to answer the questions, and they put a statement out so far saying that, you know, basically there's a problem with the ducting and stuff has been falling down. Now, you can't have 23,000 people inside an event like that. There's basically a standing floor where you're watching rock groups. Now, I mentioned the UFC, that the MMA event coming up at the end of July. They would have the equivalent of the boxing ring, what they call the octagon, right in the middle there. So, you know, you can imagine if stuff's dropping down, it's not going to happen.
Not what you want.
That's 3 months away. That's 3 months away.
I mean, Chris, was this stadium supposed to be sort of this eco-friendly, sustainable, visionary type of stadium? And actually, it turns out it's quite tricky.
Yeah, listen, I mean, listen, things get put back, we know that, but I mean, it's really not good to be having fans standing outside and having to call things off at the last moment. Now, you know, Manchester City wouldn't want their name associated with that, and they say they're only partially involved. Yeah, Harry Styles is involved in this as well.
Really?
And the cooperative, which goes right back to the 19th century. It's all about giving stuff back to the community. That's the idea, sustainability. They've got solar panels on the roof, they're redirecting rainfall, all that kind of thing. So it's all funky, it's very green, it's very 21st century, but you know, when you construction, sometimes you can't get it done, but you know, if you're selling tickets, quite simply, you've got to get it on.
Yeah.
And there's some big events coming on, and those fans who have been standing outside the last few days. Olivia Rodrigo this weekend, you know, she's massively popular. You know, and it's not going to happen. No. You know, the artists are not happy either.
Very disappointing, and lots of people will have not only paid for tickets, but also accommodation, travel. They were literally about to go into the stadium just to be told that, hang on, mate, it's not going ahead.
Things falling from the ceiling.
Thanks, Chris.
Oh, goodness me.
Chris Scudder there, sports journalist. Good to speak to you. Yes, lots of disappointed people. You can't just call a building ugly, Tom.
It is an ugly building. It's a stupid, boxy building.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder,
you know what
isn't it?
It should be an enormous sphere. I'd be very happy if it was a big sphere with screens all the way outside. Forget the solar panels. It should be... What I'm referring to, of course, is the scheme that certain politicians in London cancelled.
This is one of Tom's hobby horses. He wants the sphere, but it's been axed, so there you go. Now, we're going to take a quick break.